Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another week of Black Women in Business, The Dirty Truth. Y'all, it's episode 7, if you can believe it. I want to keep thanking each and every one of you for showing up and supporting us every single week, chatting with us, getting in on these conversations. I know I have enjoyed my time. What seems like it's only been a couple of weeks, but dang, we're going on 2 months. It's been amazing. So today, y'all, we're not letting up off the gas. We are talking about another heavy one. Somebody might get triggered, and that's okay. But like Dayna said to y'all before, if that happens, pull out the mirror and ask yourself why, because it's not what we're saying, it's something else going on. And it's the best thing to do is ask questions. And with this conversation, I hope that you ask yourself some questions. So we're going to take it back and we're going to talk about health. In the health and wellness space, obviously you have business owners that are coming at you and talking about you switching up your health, whatever it is. And for the three of us, we're talking about plant-based magic. And one of the things that we hear a lot is it's expensive. So today we want to know, what is your health worth? Are you really putting a price tag on your health? And do you really need to utter those words? So we're going to kind of break that down and just keep it real with you like we have over the last 6 episodes, because your health is your wealth. And let me tell you that there is no price tag that would stop me from ever keeping myself healthy. I've been on the other side, y'all. All right, ladies, let's get into it.
Yes. And I think this is a subject too. I want to speak to you personally at home, but I also want to think from a business standpoint. So if you run a business, bottom line is you're trying to make profits, right? So no matter how you slice, dice, whatever you do and whatever you offer, you want to be profitable. And your bottom line is, how can I be most cost effective to be profitable? And so when we talk about making better choices, so whether this is making better choices in your home or better choices in your business and things like that, I really want you guys to pay attention to this conversation, because I honestly think that it's one of those myths that we use as a crutch not to do better, right? Instead of saying, well, let me really investigate this and look at this, we're like, nope, not going to do that. And on the surface, okay, yes, if I go get some grapes, right? The grapes over here versus the organic grapes over here, the organic ones are going to be priced higher than the ones over here, right? I think all of us can agree on that. We can all just like baseline, yes, that is true. But to blanket statement and say healthy lifestyle is more expensive than not, I have to push back. Okay. And I want to start with some food. Okay. So honestly and truthfully, and let me know in the comments, y'all, because this is interactive. We want to hear from you guys. Do you go out to eat to restaurants? Do you sometimes swing through that fast food? Whether it's Starbucks, whether it's, I don't know, Wendy's, whether it's Chick-fil-A, okay? I want you to honestly assess. If you went to Chick-fil-A for breakfast, okay, whatever, you got your Starbucks coffee, then for lunchtime, I don't know, let's say you went to DeBella's and got you a sub or whatnot. And then for dinner, you get carry out Thai. I want you to honestly assess, how much money did you just spend, right? In that same vein, if you had cooked all of that at home, or if you had went grocery shopping. Now, granted, I will say groceries have gone up, but that's across the board, right? So if you want to eat, it's been more expensive, okay? But I have to push back, because I know, because I eat plant-based, so I'm not buying the steak, I'm not buying the burger, I'm not buying the chicken, and I'm not saying that you can't do that. If I get lettuce instead, or if I'm getting chickpeas is a lot cheaper than your steak. Prove me wrong. prove me wrong, right? Because I eat plant-based, right? I eat a lot of beans and legumes and other things. And so these things are giving me my protein, but they're a lot cheaper than your straight meats. Okay. So pull that idea just away from your head, period, because there's always a way to be more cost effective when you're trying to make different or more healthier selections and taking part in more healthier ways.
Yeah, I love so you gotta love Dana, y'all. She always give a little talking points. I be ready, man. I have a little pants ready to go. But you know, that's a perfect point. I know we talk about, oh, it's easier to go and buy a hamburger than to buy the salad because it's cheaper. And it is we talked about this before, it's a mind game, and plus you have to understand the components that come behind all those other quote unquote healthier options that you're saying are too expensive. Like Dana said, it's interactive. So where are my crafty service based business folks out there? I won't just say women because I know we have some men's watching. But if you make something, long time ago, y'all, I used to make cakes and I loved it. Don't get me like, no, that's not a story for another day, y'all. But I used to make cakes, and I'm somebody that I just loved. I love to hand a cake off to somebody and see their face. I have made some of the craziest cakes and doubted myself, but when you see the person's face and they're like, "Oh my God, this is everything. I should have had you do this cake and that cake." It was amazing, but I never charged enough. But what I did learn when I started into this business and as I got older for everything else is that it takes time. So, all of you that are creating something, doing hair, or in that service space, do you charge accordingly, right? You're sitting, if you do hair, I know I go to my girl all the time and we talk about it. If you have somebody in your chair for 5 hours, that's 5 hours that you couldn't have two other people doing something simple. So you have to charge accordingly. So think about the lettuce being picked. If it's organic and they're not using pesticides, like Young Living, this is the frame of reference that you'll probably hear a lot, but our essential oils might be more than the ones that you're grabbing from Target or even somebody trying to be closer to what Young Living does, because everything is done by hand. It's pulled, weeds are pulled by hand. If you've ever been to any kind of farm, you know how much work. If you pulled your own weeds, I don't want to pull mine. So let alone, right, pulling rows and rows and rows of lettuce, and it takes time. So that costs money. And if we could just throw it into a little machine and it spit out, 10 heads of lettuce, it would be 50 cents, right? But it's done through a process of Mother Nature. And like Dana said, you gotta flip that mind. So you have to I gotta call BS because it's not expensive. You're getting what you're paying for.
My thoughts exactly. Now I'm about to pull out some numbers for those of you that have to have concrete things. I like how Tameka just mentioned Young Living, things done by hand. You have to pay those people. A 15 milliliter bottle, if you don't know what that is, frame of reference. This is a 15 milliliter bottle of Thieves. And since we're in the cold season, it costs $51.64 retail. It's 250 drops in this bottle. That's 21 cents, one drop. All you need is really one drop. So 21 cents versus me going to the doctor and got to pay, I don't know, $77 after insurance. I would take my chances with the 21 cents because I got 3 kids and we can't do that all the time. So another one, lavender. Everybody knows lavender, 15 milliliter bottle, same 250 drops, 14 cents for one drop. I mean, I don't even think you can get a Happy Meal or a hamburger for that much. I don't know. I don't know what it is now. But yeah, just those numbers alone just proves that you could do this type of lifestyle, plant-based, on a budget. You don't have to go get what Dana get, because maybe she get the high-end pricey stuff. I don't know. But do it according to your budget. It doesn't have to be the fancy schmancy whatever. Find what you like, get it, and try it out. Don't just knock it because, oh, it's something that grandmama and them didn't do, or just try it. What do you have to lose besides 14 cents?
Right. And to me, that brings us to value. What do you value, and what are your values? Because and we joked about it earlier though, but the average household is spending when it comes to personal care products. So this is your toothpaste, this is your lotion, this is your body wash, this is your laundry detergent, your cleaning products, which all Young Living sells, right? So honestly and truthfully, and I'm gonna put this out there, if you my friend, okay, my friend, right, and you brush your teeth, you should be supporting my business. If you don't brush your teeth, you probably shouldn't be my friend. So first and foremost, even if you're like, I don't know what to do with oils, great, never use an oil, because I sell toothpaste, I sell cleaning products, non-toxic cleaning products. So there's something for you. But my question too is, on average, and this is actually pre-inflation, so I'm sure it's more now, the average household spends about $300 per person when it comes to these personal and household products a month. Okay, a month, right? We have different tiers of Young Living where they give you freebies. Okay, and I have people huff and puff about 300 for their entire family for the entire month, right? But you're already spending 300 per person. You have 4 people in your family times 4, right? So you're saving money by transferring that buying power. But yet, if somebody says, I'll give you this bundle for $300, you're quick to buy the bundle. So again, is it that it's expensive, or is your value in a different place? And no, no judgment one way or the other. But if you didn't see our video where we talked about proactive versus reactive, the reality is the more proactive you are, the more you save money. Okay. So at the end of the day, I want you to think, what do I value? Right. So if you value your health, if you value doing stuff, you're going to make those sacrifices. You're going to move things around in a way to make it happen. Because most of the people that watching, you're going to get your nails done, right? You're going to get your hair done. You're going to get that nice cute little outfit. The seasons have changed. We're in fall, winter. We are ready to get our boots out, right? You're going to make a way to purchase those things. So it's not an income problem, right? It's not that it's too expensive. It's what do you value?
Yeah. I brought it up when we powwow before coming to y'all live. We live in a microwave society. And listen, I get it. I love getting groceries delivered when I tell myself I don't have the time, but I just don't want to put on real clothes and go to the store. I enjoy that. And I tip accordingly because I appreciate you going and picking up my groceries. But like Dayna said, how much do you value being healthy, right? Like how many times have you as our listeners and us ladies here, how many times have you seen friends comment that they're sick, their family member is not feeling well, their daughter or their son's having an allergic reaction to something that they can't figure out what it is at the doctor's because, and you're taking millions and millions of things and then you're saying it's so expensive. Why is it costing me so much to do this? But a lot of what is happening, and no shame and no blame, it takes, it's coming down from years and years, and it's things that you have to unlearn. But it's things that you're doing at home that you could stop doing that would slowly ease that up. Because I know for a fact when you have a breakout and it's consistent, because I've been there with, allergic reactions, the first thing they do is start telling you, well, let's stop doing this. Let's stop doing that. Let's pull this out of your diet. When you go to allergy testings, they prick you with all the things because they need to know. That's the only way they can find out. And it's wanting things quickly, right? You're comfortable feeling under the weather and going to the doctor and having them handing you something, because if you say to us, what's that roller you were talking about? We make you the roller and you use it, and you say, well, I used it one day and I still feel the same. We said, well, you got to keep using it. And you're like, well, that's too much. But is it too much? Or is it just your mind is like, if I pop this, I know I'm going to feel better. Because mentally, a mental game even with your health is huge. If you're like, I got this, I'm going to do this. It's a mindset. I'm going to do this. I'm going to work it out. I'm going to finish this work. I'm going to finish this 10 miles. God bless you. All of those things, you're going to do it, right? Your mind will carry you. But if you're telling yourself, oh, I just want to take the cough syrup or do this, you're mentally beating yourself down before it's even started. And like Dayna said, we get freebies. I mean, we have a program called Loyalty Rewards. If you're not ordering that way, my Young Living people, my friends, I'm talking to y'all. And if you've ever heard any of us talk and you've purchased anything and you're not ordering that way, you're leaving money on the table. I can tell you right now, full transparency, both of my accounts have hundreds of points in them and I constantly forget to use them. And when I do, I can go buy, like Dayna said, 3 to 4 months worth of products that I would have spent in the store and probably spent thousands of dollars to have. And I got them for free because I simply bought toothpaste, body wash, face wash, and technically got 25. What is our highest is 25% back, right? So if it's 20, I'm getting 25% off on top of my 24 because I'm getting that back in points. It's like there's no excuse if you're willing to do the work. You're willing to make the change. And it don't got to be big ones. Nice little ones. Like you said, toothpaste, you brush your teeth, you wear deodorant. Sometimes I just wear oil, but you wear deodorant.
Well, me personally, like the kids say nowadays, me personally, I was not the most consistent person starting out with this. And bringing somebody in that's new and don't know, well, I was faced with, like Dayna said, what do you value? I was faced with a couple of months ago whether or not I needed to get a hysterectomy or not. And I was like, this don't make no kind of sense. Hysterectomy costs $40,000. Do I want to spend $40,000 or do I want to spend $300 and get Nixared and Copaiba and all the stuff that I use now to not have this issue anymore? Like, I don't know, because yeah, $40,000. I'd rather keep that in my pocket and bless my babies with it instead of walking around here. It was a lot.
We don't want it in our pocket.
And so, I mean, I've saved that money for something else and am now able to just order my stuff every month and being consistent with that situation taught me to be more consistent with using what I use.
Just for the record, Ninja Red is not going to be a hysterectomy if you need one.
No. I should preface that by saying that. Look, don't go out and drink no Nixon just because you that would happen for me.
It was the support of her endocrine system to fight what was going on. All that the doctors were telling her she would need. The only way to fix it would be through a hysterectomy. So,
because I show her somebody out there like, oh, I'm finna get me a hysterectomy bottle, y'all.
Right. That was just my last resort. And I was wanting to use my tools that I have here to help out with it.
Yeah.
Support myself.
Another thing that I want to touch on when it comes to is healthier choices more expensive? One thing that I love about Young Living is the potency of the stuff. Okay, y'all. So if we can hit on that just a little bit, because here's the thing, right? So it was mentioned, you can buy our Young Living oils, right? Mm-hmm. You saw and heard the value of what's in it. Or you can go to the store and you can buy at whatever places their oils, right? But what I can tell you for sure is because we know the quality of the extent of what was done in these oils, you're getting all oil. So there are some oil companies out there, not gonna name no names, not gonna do that, but a lot of in their marketing, they say just like,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And what they don't tell you is in our country, in the US, okay, you only need to have 8% of the actual plant matter to still be able to call it 100% pure. So I want you to think about that. So this is a blend, so this isn't a good example. Let's pretend this is peppermint. Okay, so if I only need 8% peppermint leaf in here and I can fill the rest up with whatever I want to, you're not getting the same amount, right? Whereas we said 150 drops. Is that what we said in the 15? What did you say?
250.
250. Okay, so 250 in the 15 mil, but yet you have an oil that's this big or even bigger than this, but you only have 8% in there, right? You're not even getting anywhere near the amount of what you're getting in here. So every time you use your oil, you and your diffuser going, I can't smell nothing
Right.
out of it. So, right? And you got to use it and use it and use it. And the next time you got to use more and more and more. And then you're buying more and more and more. Whereas just like Andriana has said, I can take 1 drop of thieves and I'm good to go, of the vitality, because that's what you would ingest. And I'm good to go, right? So I want you to also think from that perception when we talk about the price of something. A lot of times we don't realize what we're really getting, and this goes for the laundry detergent. This goes for the dish soap. Again, not that Young Living specifically endorses it, but I buy 1 bottle of laundry detergent that does what I think 96 loads, and then I triple it. Okay, so when
Thrice.
that price, I don't care how healthy it is in the store. I have never been able to buy laundry detergent for that cheap. Ever, ever, ever. Our cleaner, right? You use a capful of that concentration for a whole big old bottle to clean with. I literally forget about, like, I swear that bottle of thieves lasts like a whole year. Even longer. Because I'd be forgetting about it. I'd be giving it away like candy because it'll be like, oh, well, you get 2 bottles in the thing. We still got like all these bottles filled. And then you can use that thieves for everything. So let me know right now in the comments, in your cleaning cabinet, how many products you got. How much each one of those products are. You know how many cleaning products I have? 2. I have the thieves cleaner and I have the thieves scrub.
That's all I get.
I don't have I can say I have 3, but it's just components. I have baking soda and cleaning vinegar. But I have to have the cleaning vinegar, like Dayna said. I get the laundry soap and I used to cut it 3 times. I go through moods, y'all. Sometimes I'd be like, break out the pumps, because for a while I did. I went and got the empty shampoo bottles from Amazon, cut it into thirds, put on my little extras, boosted it with, like Dayna said, the household cleaner, boosted it with that because I have boys, so we get stains and I don't even know how it happens. Put that in there. Then I added my own smells that I wanted to, whatever tropical storm I used to get from the store, make my own thing up. But I've always been where there's hard water, so I have to have vinegar because our laundry soap does not come with that hard agent like you're getting that is toxic from the store. So I have to add that. So I always have that. But that's it. And it really is value. And we're quick to question things like, it's going to be funny, but it's facts. If your man was late and he was supposed to be home 10 minutes ago, you finna question him for your sanity and for everything else. You got to do the same thing. Don't be afraid to send companies out there. The ones you're buying in the stores, they have customer complaints. You can reach out to them, but do you? When something happens, do you? Or do you just say, oh, it couldn't have been that, and take it and go? Do you go to the source and ask the questions? I know, and we've talked about this in another episode, I was actually able to stand on the soil at Young Living where probably 1 million bottles of lavender that I have used has come from. I stuck my hand in juniper raw materials that was being distilled to go into bottles while I was there. Took pictures of me sniffing it. One day I'll share it, y'all. I keep forgetting. But I was able to touch that, and that hey, y'all might have some, not gonna have my germs, but you may end up with an essential oil bottle that I actually was able to touch prior to it being that oil. Like, you get to see those things. And Young Living aside, you should be able to have that experience with all of the products that you're touching. Nobody should have a problem with showing you what's behind the curtain, right? Like, you never know, it might be a Wizard of Oz situation. You think it's this big gleaming thing and it's this little man. Like, you can't be afraid to say, this is this what it is? Is this what it ain't? Like, the tests are out there, and our bodies are super complex, but they don't need the complex stuff. Keep it simple and ask the questions. And listen, if it's causing you drama and pain and you having to do it, the cost is entirely too high. And I don't mean financially. I have been there, done that. I've been on the same, not hysterectomy situation, but hormones tank because of simple things that I was like, I done forever. I used it forever. I covered myself in Love Spell for years. Like, years. Why is it now having a problem? No, it's not just now. It's because of years, right? It's because of years of doing these things. And one change will help you make bigger and brighter changes that will impact your health for years to come. And your body will thank you. And then you can thank us for giving you the little nudge too. Y'all, we have appreciated you for this episode 7. We would love for you to interact with us in the comments. If there is anything you would like for us to touch on, because we are here for it. We want to stand in the gaps with you, and we sincerely mean it. So if you start in a business and you're like, ladies, is this normal? And you just want to talk about it, let's talk about it. If you want to touch on the realms of essential oils and plant-based living, I eat the meats, but Dayna doesn't, so she can help you a little better. Now, I do go and get the plant meat because my kids will eat certain things that way and not the real thing. But we got it here. We got it here, and we want to be here for you. And if we can't, we'll find somebody that can stand in that gap with you, because we're so much stronger together, and those connections are real. And we want everybody to pull up a seat at these tables. We will push tables together, y'all. There is plenty of space. Y'all, we will be back next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, right? 5 p.m. Central, every single Wednesday from here until the end of time. We love you. We appreciate you. Stay happy and healthy, and we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.